Hi everybody, welcome back for another episode of our mobility series we're doing for the month of October for our Healthy Lifestyle Fitness Challenge here at CrossFit Mainline, Ardmore, Pennsylvania. Last video we discussed posterior element of the shoulder for the external rotators. We're so internally driven in our society between driving our cars, working our computers, backpacks, brings everything forward. Actually, Kelly Starrett, who is the author of Becoming a Supple Leopard, refers to people who look like this. Sometimes people look like they're dominated. He calls it something like douchebag syndrome. I don't really know what he's talking about when it comes to that kind of thing for people to box who are flexing. We don't see that too much here at CrossFit Mainline. But sometimes it's not their fault. It has to do with the external rotators of the posterior deltoid muscles. So one of the things we're going to be working out is also that posterior capsule, which is some part of the problem. So one of the things I'm going to talk about is just a stretch that you see everyone do at the gym and all the fitness clubs. Person comes across the front of their chest, pulls their arm across, and they think they're stretching out their shoulder, but the reality is they're making the situation worse because they have to get their arm back in the joint capsule and then actually come across the chest and then pull the shoulder back once it's in that capsule. So that's the proper way to stretch your shoulder, not down and across, but bring the shoulder back in shoulder retraction and then bring it over and then bring it back. So the thing we're going to be focusing on today is using the kettlebell, is actually focusing on working back into that posterior capsule. So the way we can actually try to get that adjusted and shifted back to its proper alignment is by using the kettlebell, by laying on your back, coming around to your side. Your knuckles are going to be facing towards the ground, and you notice I'm going to bring the other hand to assist me so we don't have to strain our shoulder coming up. And we bring it up to in front of here, and we can totally extend the shoulder out here. Now from this position, you're going to put your feet flat on the ground, and you're going to lock your shoulder into place by raising your hips off the ground. This would be very similar to a floor press or a bench press position. You want to make sure you get that shoulder settled back into the socket. Now from here, you can ease back down, and I encourage you to bring your arm across your chest to support the elbow. And from here, you can do external and internal rotation of the shoulder. And by this, settling it in, the shoulder blade should be flat on the ground at this point. Rotating it in and rotating it out will help that the posterior capsule get settled in and help this shoulder be more awareness and proper alignment. Now, as a chiropractor, you know also sometimes people do have alignment issues in their shoulders. So there are ways to realign and adjust the shoulder through a gentle adjustment or realignment, which is also makes sense to take aware of if you're having some of these pains and shoulder syndromes. So try this one on your own. If you have any questions, the coach should be more than happy to help you. Feel free to call the office as always. Otherwise, see you at the box.